What if the biggest difference between millionaires and everyone else has nothing to do with talent, luck, or connections? What if it all comes down to what happens in the first 2 hours of their day? Study after study reveals that self-made millionaires share eerily similar morning habits. And the best part? These routines cost nothing. They just require discipline. Today, I'm breaking down the exact morning routine of self-made millionaires and how you can start using it tomorrow. It starts before the sun comes up. Tim Cook wakes at 3:45. Dwayne Johnson is up at 4. Richard Branson rises at 5. This isn't coincidence. There's a strategic reason millionaires wake up early, and it has nothing to do with sleeping less. It's about owning time before the world starts demanding it. When you wake at 4 or 5 a.m., there are no emails to answer, no phone calls to take, no notifications pulling your attention. You get 2 to 3 hours of completely uninterrupted focus. A study published in the Journal of Applied Social Psychology found that morning people are more proactive, more likely to anticipate problems, and more effective at long-term planning. These are exactly the traits that build wealth. Now here's what most people get wrong. They try to switch from waking at 8 to waking at 4 overnight. That never works. Instead, set your alarm 15 minutes earlier each week. In 2 months, you'll be waking at 5 a.m. and it will feel natural. The other non-negotiable is a consistent bedtime. You can't wake at 5 if you're going to bed at midnight. Protect your sleep by cutting screens an hour before bed and aiming for 7 hours minimum. The next piece of the millionaire morning is mental conditioning. And I don't mean vague positive thinking. I mean specific, structured practices that rewire how your brain processes challenges and opportunities. First, meditation. Ray Dalio, who built the largest hedge fund in history, has meditated for over 40 years. He credits it as the single most important habit in his success. You don't need an hour. Even 10 minutes of focused breathing reduces cortisol, improves decision-making, and increases emotional control. These are direct competitive advantages in business. Second, journaling. Write down 3 things you're grateful for and 1 thing you're going to accomplish today. Gratitude journaling shifts your brain from scarcity thinking to abundance thinking. Scarcity thinkers hoard and play defense. Abundance thinkers invest, create, and take calculated risks. That mindset difference compounds over decades into vastly different financial outcomes. Third, visualization. Spend 2 minutes mentally rehearsing your most important task for the day. See yourself executing it flawlessly. Olympic athletes have used this technique for decades, and neuroscience confirms that mental rehearsal activates the same neural pathways as physical practice. The entire mindset block should take 15 to 20 minutes. That's it. But those 15 minutes set the emotional and psychological tone for every decision you make that day. If there's one habit that virtually every self-made millionaire shares, it's this one. Exercise. Not occasionally. Every single morning. Mark Zuckerberg works out 3 times a week minimum. Barack Obama exercises for 45 minutes every morning. The science here is not subtle. Morning exercise floods your brain with endorphins, serotonin, and brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which literally grows new brain cells and strengthens neural connections. A study from the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that morning exercise improves attention, decision-making, and memory for up to 10 hours afterward. You're not just getting fit. You're giving yourself a cognitive edge for the entire workday. Here's what actually works. You don't need a 2-hour gym session. 30 minutes is the sweet spot. It could be a brisk run, a high-intensity interval session, weight training, or even a fast-paced walk. The type matters less than the consistency. Lay out your workout clothes the night before. Remove every possible barrier between waking up and moving your body. Make it the default, not a decision. Millionaires are relentless learners, and their mornings reflect it. Warren Buffett reads 500 pages a day. Bill Gates reads 50 books a year. Mark Cuban reads 3 hours daily. They treat learning not as something they'll get to when they have time, but as the foundation everything else is built on. Dedicate 20 to 30 minutes of your morning to learning. Read a book on business, psychology, or your specific industry. Listen to a high-quality podcast during your workout. Watch an educational video while you eat breakfast. The key is intentional learning, not scrolling social media and calling it research. Here's a practical system. Read one book per month on wealth and business, one on personal development, and one on a skill you want to master. That's 36 books a year. In 5 years, you'll have consumed 180 books. That volume of knowledge changes how you see the world, how you evaluate opportunities, and how you solve problems. Knowledge compounds exactly like money. A single insight from a book could save you years of mistakes or reveal an opportunity worth thousands. The return on investment for 30 minutes of daily learning is incalculable. After mindset, exercise, and learning, millionaires sit down and plan their day with surgical precision. They don't just write a to-do list. They identify their one critical task, the single thing that will move the needle most, and they block out time for it before anything else gets scheduled. This is called time blocking, and it's the productivity secret of almost every high performer. Elon Musk famously schedules his day in 5-minute blocks. You don't need to be that extreme, but the principle is powerful. Decide in advance what matters most and protect that time ruthlessly. Here's the framework. Write down your top 3 priorities for the day. Circle the one that would make everything else easier or less important. That's your number 1. Schedule it during your peak energy hours, which for most people is mid-morning. Then assign specific time slots to the remaining 2 priorities. Everything else goes on a secondary list. Review your weekly and monthly goals during this planning session too. It takes 5 minutes and keeps you aligned with the bigger picture. Without this step, you'll spend your day reacting to other people's agendas instead of advancing your own. What you eat in the morning directly impacts your energy, focus, and decision-making for the rest of the day. And millionaires take this seriously. Most self-made millionaires avoid sugar-heavy breakfasts that spike insulin and cause an energy crash by 10 a.m. Instead, they prioritize protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. Think eggs, avocado, nuts, berries, and oatmeal. These foods provide sustained energy without the crash. Hydration is equally critical. Your body is dehydrated after 7 hours of sleep. Drinking a full glass of water, ideally with lemon or electrolytes, before coffee makes a measurable difference in cognitive function. As for coffee, most high performers drink it strategically. Wait 60 to 90 minutes after waking before your first cup. This allows your natural cortisol peak to pass, so the caffeine actually works instead of interfering with your body's own wake-up process. The bottom line is simple. Treat your breakfast as fuel for performance, not as entertainment. What you eat in the first hour sets your metabolic tone for the entire day. Now here's how you actually build this routine without burning out in the first week. The biggest mistake people make is trying to adopt every habit at once. Going from no morning routine to a 2-hour structured practice overnight is a recipe for failure. Instead, use the 2-week stacking method. Weeks 1 and 2. Just wake up 30 minutes earlier and exercise. That's it. Weeks 3 and 4, add 10 minutes of meditation or journaling. Weeks 5 and 6, add 20 minutes of reading. Weeks 7 and 8, add your planning session. By month 2, you'll have a complete millionaire morning routine that feels natural, not forced. Track your consistency, not perfection. If you hit your routine 5 out of 7 days, that's a win. Miss a day? Don't spiral. Just reset the next morning. Also, design your environment for success. Prepare your workout clothes, your book, your journal, and your breakfast the night before. When you wake up, everything should be ready so you can operate on autopilot while your willpower is still charging up. Remember, this routine isn't about being busy before 7 a.m. It's about strategic investment in the 6 areas that drive success: mindset, fitness, knowledge, planning, nutrition, and discipline. Master these mornings, and you're not just changing a routine. You're changing the trajectory of your entire life. If this breakdown gave you a blueprint you can actually use, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Every video on this channel is designed to give you the strategies that build real wealth. Now I want to hear from you. What time are you going to start waking up tomorrow? Drop it in the comments as a commitment to yourself. I'll see you in the next one.